Hi guys, from today I thought of bringing you some advanced problems on arc length, right? So you can go to my early videos of this theory on arc length, and so in this I'll focus more on this section today. And you have some problem in the board, right? The problem says that you have an arc length of the sector in the figure. The arc length of the sector in the figure is 44 centimeters. Let me underline that to make it easy for me. Find the radius of the corresponding circle, right? So this is kind of tricky. You have to find the radius of the corresponding circle, right? So to start with, what is my arc length, right? The arc length is the length in this figure, the length from A to B, right? Let me mark that. Right? To get more information on the arc length, you can go to my early videos. The link to those are on the description box, so you can go to my early videos and check the theory behind the arc length. So here I will take this length as the arc length, the length from A to B, that is 44 centimeters, right? So this is a sector of a circle, right? So let me complete the entire circle, right? So I'll start somewhere here and move it like this. So it's kind of making it hard, right? Right, looks like this, not like this. I'm sorry. Let me make it more clear. You have the distance here, sort of, and something like this, right? So this radius, they are asking for this radius, right? So I completed the entire circle, but in this problem, just to show that it's the radius in this circle. So the same radius is represented in this sector, right? So let me erase this just to show you. Right, to analyze this, let me write this. Right, you know that there's an equation to find the arc length. What's that equation? So I'll take it for granted, I'll write that, right? So let me mark this point as the length as LAB. Right, so LAB. This is how you break down this question into smaller pieces and work it towards the end. This is how you do that, right? So the distance from A to B is LAB. I use my equation, right? I have the question, they give the information of the angle, right? I use this as theta over 360 degrees. So this is the equation I should use to find the arc length of the sector, right? Now that I know the distance from A to B, the length of LAB is 44 centimeters. So I can I can use this value to substitute this length of LAB, right? So it is 44, right? 44 centimeters, right? So theta is 120 degrees over 360 degrees. Close the bracket into 2 pi, the value is 22.7 into R. I do. This is what I'm interested in. I need to find what R is, right? So let me switch this, right? No, or else I'll keep it like this. This is better, right? So 44 centimeters. This is, you can divide this. You can divide 120 by 120, you take 1 here. You can divide 360 by 120, you take 3 here. 2 into 22.7 into R, right? And I can simplify this like this. I can put 44 centimeters here, and I can multiply 2 by 22 and by 1. So I get 44. Can multiply 2 by 22 and by 1. So I get 44 here. Then I can multiply 7 by 3. I get 21 here, right? And yeah, I'm left with R. So I'll shift it here. I'm going to shift this question, the next part of the answer here, right? So I have 44, right? To get this, R is, right? I can multiply 44 by 21. Okay, let me show that to you. Right? So I'm going to multiply both sides of the equal sign by 21 to remove 21 out of the equation, right? So I have 44 here. 44 into, I multiply this by 21. I'll multiply this by 21, I'll divide by 44. Same thing I'm going to do the same thing to my right side of the equation, right? We have 44 here, 21. Yes, 44 into 21. So I can multiply that by 21, divide it by 44, and left with my r. There you go. I'll separate this, right? Or else you mix up. We have the r here, and I can divide 21 by 21, 44 for 44. Then I am left with r. Here I can divide 44 by 44. I get 21. Yes, r equals 21 centimeter. So this is the stepwise method to get the radius of this corresponding circle. So we get the radius as, so this length is 21 centimeters. Right, the next example is an advanced problem on the arc length. So let me do that. So we have arc like this. Let me name this as A, B, C, right? Either ways you can name it any way you want. So I'll name it as ABC, and you have an angle of theta here. So you have no idea of what this angle is, but they have given the information as 11 centimeters for the arc length, right? The arc length of this figure is 11 centimeters, and the radius is 7 centimeters, 5 theta, right? 5 theta. So you need to find what theta is, right? So as usual, I'm going to use my equation to find the arc length, right? So in this instance, the arc length, the length BC is 11 centimeters. So this I know. See, this I know. I'm going to underline that. This is how you solve a problem. The radius is 7 centimeters, right? So length of BC is 11. Let me substitute that. That is equal to the equation you use to find the arc length. That is equal to theta over 360 degrees into 2 pi r. Right? Now I put an arrow here. So I'm going to solve the equation from here. I have 11 centimeters here. Theta over 360 degrees into 2 into the value of pi is 22 upon 7, and the radius here is 7 centimeters. We write that 7, the same thing, right? Right. Now how am I going to solve this? So you see, I can divide 7 by 7. 1 and 1 here, and I can divide both sides of the equation. It is this, right? It is this. Comes 1g, okay, 60, and you have 44 here. 22 into 2 is 44. You have 11 centimeters here. Right, so I can divide both sides of the equation by 44. So this I see at a glance, right? You can see at a glance to divide this by 44, right? So you get theta over 360 degrees, right? Here you get 1, same thing, so I erase it. I will write that one there. Wait a minute. And you get 1 over 4 here. And you divide. You can divide 11 by 11, you get 1. You can 44 by 11, you get 4, right? And theta is 1 over 4 into 360 degrees, which is 90 degrees. There you get the answer. Actually, in this figure, this should be theta should be 90 degrees. The angle should be 90 degrees. So actually the figure is wrong. Figure should be something like this. So the given diagram is actually wrong. The angle here should be 90 degrees. Because you have proven that from this. In case if they give the wrong diagram like this, you can prove it by this sort of an equation. So this is really important and worth. Right. Thank you.